All right, here's what I want to do today. I want to move fast because I want to talk about something, all these appointments, all these opportunities. So Real Sales Talk is about power of our conversations. We get paid by what we say. Doesn't matter where the lead comes from. People we know, people we don't know. We got to have better conversations. Okay, so that's what we're focused on here, is the power of our conversations. I want to do some role plays towards the end, maybe FSBOs. We can freestyle if somebody has a role play that they want to do. Raise your hand later. I'll let you know, and then we can vote on seeing some role plays. But the nugget, the value prop I want to give you guys today is pre-qualifying sellers. Pre-qualifying sellers. Okay, let me share my screen with you real quick. Pre-qualifying sellers. All right, I'm gonna rip through this super duper fast because I just want to give you guys this value and then come back to what I think is the going to be the biggest opportunity for this call is the role play. Okay. Can you guys see the screen? Good. Can you see it?
Yeah, bigger, just a little bit.
Pre-screening sellers. Yeah, you can see it. I'm not getting anything here, guys. Guys, somebody participate and go. They can see it, or you can't see it.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see it. Yep.
All right, cool.
Or do one more maybe. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, there we go. We need it for the old guys. All right, messing with you, Harold. Okay, here we go. We're on page 63 of the playbook. Okay. All right. Pre-qualifying. Look, if you guys are setting all these appointments, where'd she go? Felicity, right? Then am I pre-qualifying? Right? Am I pre-qualifying? So here's when you should pre-qualify. 100% of the time. 100% of the script. Look. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't do it. Okay. Now that's a confession because I should do it, Anush. I should. I should be pre-qualifying 100% of the time, 100% of the script. Because what happens is that I don't ask some questions and then some stuff happens later. And then now the appointment, I should not have went on the appointment. Or there's something that I would have learned, Anush, earlier that would have said, okay, maybe cancel the appointment, maybe postpone the appointment for another 3 months. Maybe, wait a minute, I better prepare for a certain objection because I want to make sure that I address the fact that they're FSBO or that they're not even talking about FSBO, but then they're thinking about it, or they know somebody in the business, or something that I should prepare for better. That's why 100% of the script, 100% of the time, guys. I promise you, this is the most important conversation out of all the conversations that you have to get to this conversation. Okay, and I still don't do it the way that we need to do it, consistency wise, thorough, like how thorough we do it. Okay. I'm telling you this is the biggest one in here as far as the quality of conversations that you have. Okay, pre-qualifying is the X factor. It really helps you understand how to let me see here. Okay, it draws out objections. Here we are. Draws out objections to understand whether you really want to go out in the appointment or not. But what if they're stuck on commission, right? And then you can't get them off commission, and that's all they want to talk about. Should you go on the appointment? Well, I don't know. It depends on how motivated they are, because if they're a 10 and they're outside the zone as far as I don't want to take something 3 to 5% overpriced, if they're a 10, I'll still take it. Okay? If they're a 10. If they're a 9, okay. Well, that'd be one reason to not go on the appointment. Or if they're stuck on compensation, they go, look, I'm not paying more than 2% total. Okay. Do I go on the appointment? If they're a 10, I'm going to go on the appointment. Depending on how much of a hardhead they are, okay? Depending on how much a hardhead, because look, where there's smoke, there's fire. If they're not cooperating initially in the conversation and they're being very, very difficult, do you really want that type of prospect? Do this, okay? So high D's like me are okay with conflict and engagement, but like that's what the pre-qual is really going to give you is like, who is this person that you're talking to? What's happening here? Situation, what's happening with motivation, that's here, okay? And then what are the things that the objections that could be an issue here? The pre-qual is going to vet some of that stuff out. Super duper important. Okay, here we go. Testimony. Ready? David Kerr. How often are you pre-qualifying? Percentage of the time. Ballpark it.
Me personally, or what it should be? 100%, right?
Right. Well, you personally?
Probably 70.
70. Okay. Tajay, how about you? Pre-qualing. What percentage of the time?
I'm 100% after my first year because, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Dave, you know what? You know why? You know why we don't? Why don't we do it? Why don't like guys like us who are already doing business? Why don't we do it?
Because you're not
I'm looking at
desperate.
it here. You're number 3 or 1 here that says they think they're good at talking to people. That's
right.
my problem.
Yeah, this is it
I
right
think
here, right? Yeah. Why don't we do it? Because I'm good at talking to people already. I know how to talk to people. I know, right? And does that come bite you in the ass later, Dave?
Always.
Oh, dude. Listen, guy. That's why That's what part of why I do this to keep me sharp while I'm still practicing and selling real estate, because like I get lazy, man. I'm so good at talking to people. I shoot myself in the foot because I'm good at talking to people. Bullshit. Come on. You guys start doing a little bit of business, your ego starts inflating. You're like, oh, I made $30,000 last month. I got this. I know what I'm doing, right? Have $100,000 month. You think you can walk on water, right? Have you had $100,000 month before, Dave?
Never.
Yeah. Okay. When you have $100,000 month, you're like, I can walk on water. Like I can do anything. No, you can't. No, you can't. You got lucky. Okay. No. All right. No, you didn't get lucky, right? But if you were doing what you're supposed to be doing, you might have got lucky. Okay. So agents get excited and they jump quickly to the appointment because they don't have any. That's another reason why people don't do it. They don't have any appointments, so they just skip it. Like, let me get out there and talk to them. They don't want to scare prospects away, right? Well, I don't have another scarcity mindset, right? Well, I don't have anything else, so let me just go out there and do it. And then this is for the experienced agents here, is that they just want to wing it. And look at the last thing I wrote there, Dave.
Yep.
Stupid. Okay. And it's just cost me money, man. And more so like time. Like, it costs me time. Time is money. And so I don't want to waste time, because time is money. Okay. So this also, it will set you apart. Okay. Pre-qualifying will set you apart. You want to set yourself apart as far as what other people are saying or doing. Do this better. Look, do this better. And then Anush, all of a sudden they think that you're so smart because you're communicating in such a structured way that digs in on what's going on with their situation and motivation. And usually it's something subconscious where they go, this person's a professional. This person really sounds like they know what they're talking about. That's what's the differentiator. Not your real estate logo, not even your pre-marketing pack could do it. I'll talk about that at the end because I want to do some role play. Your pre-marketing pack is going to be important after you pre-qualify. I'll get to that at the end. All right, search for half twos, 10s, 9s and 10s. 9 or 10 out of an motivation. 10 I have to. 9 I really, really want to. 8 is I'd like to. Anything below that, be careful. If they're not doing everything that you say and they're not an 8, 9, or 10, not do business with them. Okay, you can't afford it, because you're going to run into bigger problems later when you have to reduce the price and they're not motivated to do it. Okay, which is what you're going to find out here on the pre-qual. Okay, pre-qualifying draws out objections. Pre-qualifying helps cancel appointments. You may not think this right now because you're a little bit newer to the business, but you want to cancel appointments. I mean, you don't get paid by the hour, and you're going to go talk to people who are never going to do something or who are completely unreasonable. Come on. Like, we got to be more efficient here. We got to be more effective here. Okay, pre-qualifying helps you set standards, overpriced listings. I gave you my percentage over price is, I can't do it here. My percentage over price is 3 to 5% over price. The types of clients you'll work with, their mindset, their cooperativeness. What are your minimum standards? Okay, here we go. Here's the value bomb right here for this whole call right here. Compromise your standards, compromise your income. Well, Pauly, I don't have any standards. Okay, how's your income right now? Okay, compromise your standards, compromise your income. High standards, pre-qualify 100% of the time, 100% of the script. David Kerr, already producing real estate agents, going 70%. Well, what happens if it was 100%? David, right? Like, how many hours are you going to get back on listings maybe that you should have never took, on appointments you should have never prepared for, 1 or 2 hours? But look, the problem, Dave, is that it's 1 or 2 hours here or there, added up over 6 months, a year, a couple of days. That shit costs money. Costs money. Pre-qualify. This is a game changer in your business when you pre-qualify. I promise you guys, very few agents are doing this. Very few. And they won't because they don't have deals, most of them. And so they're scared about scaring them away. We talked about that earlier, right? Okay. Practice, practice, practice. Make sure you practice to make sure that you're delivering with more comfort and confidence. Okay. You should be, you should be looking for a C. What's a C? 75%. I can't highlight for my life right now. Okay. You should be taking 75% of your listings that you go out on, the appointments, because you pre-qualify. All right. And if you're not 75%, then you're doing something wrong. You're not finding out what's really going on. You're talking to unmotivated people. You're talking to uncooperative people. You're talking to people who are never going to not go FSBO, who are absolutely going to go with somebody else. Like, pre-qualification helps dig all this out. And you should be at a 75% rate of listings taken. Does anybody know their listings taken right now? Percentage? Anybody besides me? Anyone?
100% because I've only had 2.
Yeah, right. Look, enjoy that limelight, Anush, right? Because here's another thing. If you're taking 100% of your listings, some agent goes like, "Oh, I take 100% of my appointments." You're not going on enough appointments. Like, you took 5 listings last year. All of them were related to you. Nobody takes 100%, right? Except for Anush in his first 2 months. Okay, so 75%, Anush, that's a good number. 75%. That's pro level. You get to 75%. You can get to 85% ish, and then you're really operating at a super high level. But 75 to 85%, that's pro level. Okay. The national average hangs around 30%. That sounds about right, according to NAR. Okay. All right. And then one more thing, and then let's get to role play. When you generate, you don't have to tolerate. There's another value bomb for you. Okay. When you generate, you don't have to tolerate. Because some of you guys, because you don't generate enough, you don't lead generate enough, you're putting up with some stuff. People that you don't want to talk to. People that you've been talking to too long. People that are not going to get in the price range where they need to be to close. Come on. People, you experiencing that? Like, people that you should not be tolerating. Okay. So when you generate, you don't have to tolerate. And when you generate, then you're using the pre-qual script to figure out who you may not tolerate. Okay. I've been turning down listings like crazy the last 2 months because the market's tough here in Austin, Texas. Okay. And if they're not willing to get in the strike zone on price, then I'm not taking the listing. I don't care what happens. I'm going to follow up on these people. Most of them. Some of them I'm talking to and I'm like, have a nice life. I don't ever want to talk to you again. That's okay, David. That's okay. That's all right, man. That's liberating, brother, right? Like, to be able to, like, bye-bye. Don't call me ever again. Okay. But when you generate, you don't have to tolerate. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns before we jump into next part.
I had a question about how do you find the FSBOs on Facebook?
FSBOs Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been there. I mean, I've been in Marketplace, but I'm sure if you go into Facebook Marketplace, there's categories, and then you can go in there and look at the categories on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it shows houses, real estate, and stuff like that, rentals, all of that.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great idea. In fact, I'm going to do that too. Because FSBOs are like, they're just so few of them. They've been getting fewer, and at least in my market. I don't know where you guys are, but like, the Facebook leads, the data aggregators like RedX and Vulcan and whatever else that's out there, like, have been pretty slim and lean. Okay, questions, comments, concerns? Okay.
Hey, Pauly, I might have something to say.
Go ahead.
You know, when you do the pre-qual, you can print up a bunch of them just wherever you're at. Just keep them in your car, keep them in your briefcase, the office. So it's always also if you're on Mojo, you can put it in the script so that you can just.
Yep, I have it in the scripts where I can fill it out on Mojo. I have it in follow up boss where I've loaded it as a triggered task where I can add a tag. It's an automation where I use a tag and then it auto populates in my notes. And then I just fill it out in Follow-Up Boss, because you can't. I wish you could, but you can't do that. You can't add scripts in Follow-Up Boss. But I did add an automation where I pre-did a note And then the note is all the questions. And then I just answer in all caps so I can differentiate, see the data differently.
I like that. Good high tech.
Yep. There you go, David. You got follow-up, boss?
Yeah.
Yeah. It helped out a lot, man. Like just bang, loads it right up. And then while I'm talking to him, I'm filling it out right on follow-up, boss. Yep. It's an automation. Go figure it out. Okay. Here's the listing Pre-Qual. Okay. I'm not going to go through all this unless we end up role playing it because I want to do some role play with you guys. But basically, you're going to ask him questions on situation. You're going to ask now situations about the property. This is a lot different than anybody else's Pre-Qual, by the way. Okay. Now, why do we start with situation? Because they'll talk about that. They'll start talking about like, well, what's going on with the property? What does it look like? Is it your primary residence? How long have you owned it? Tell me about the condition on a scale of 1 to 10. What would make it a 10? Is there any defects? They always answer that question like right away. And that's what I want. I want them to exchange. Like, tell me what's going on. Were you selling this property to buy another one? Are there any liens? Or do you happen to be dealing with probate or foreclosure? Ask that question. I just had a deal that just closed. We didn't realize he was in foreclosure right until the very end. Freaking guy, right? Like, did I ask him that question? Apparently not. Okay. Motivation. In a perfect world, when would you want the property to be sold? What's the biggest benefit? Here's the 2 questions right here. It's why I got them grayed out. What's important about that? What does that do for you? Guys, you want to get closer to somebody and have a stronger level of trust. Ask somebody when you go, hey, in a perfect world, where are you moving to? Okay, that's where. So what's the benefit of that? Okay, that's some of what, but like what's important about that? What does that do for you? Okay, watch. David Kerr, role play with me. Okay, so David, in a perfect world, when would you want the property sold?
As quickly as possible.
Okay, so in the next 60 days, it wouldn't be a problem for you.
No.
Okay, and tell me, what's the biggest benefit of selling the property?
I need to get to my grandkids in the South.
Okay, pause, break script. Get to my grandkids in the South. Okay, you think you might hear motivation, but you need them to say it. Because they give you surface level motivation, but you want to go deeper because I'm looking to come together here as people, not professional. I want Pauly to talk to David, not prospector to talk to prospect. Okay, so let's do that one more time. What's the biggest benefit of selling the home, David?
I need to get to the South to see my grandkids.
The South to see your grandkids. Okay, well I could probably get that being closer to family. What's important about that?
My granddaughter just had a premature baby, and my wife needs to get down there.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations on the grandbaby, but premature. Geez, it sounds like support's important. What's that do for you being closer to him?
She needs the support.
Support? What do you mean?
She needs her family with her.
Oh, okay. Like, is she working, or she doesn't have anybody down there for her?
No, she moved down there a couple years ago, and we've been flying down occasionally.
Wow. So basically,
But is that
what
what
this
you want
move
to
really
do?
means
No.
is for you to be able to be close to your daughter, be there for her emotionally and physically, and just help her through this. Sounds like it's obviously a delicate time when you have a premature baby. So then timing sounds like it really is of the essence. Is that right?
Definitely.
Okay, break script. Now look, you guys, I promise you, this is value bomb here, number 3. Dig in on this one. What's important about that? What's that do for you? What's important about that? What's that do for you? What's important about that? What's that do for you? I know the market's a lot slower in some places. In some places for people, because we got people from all over the country here, it's not as slow. But regardless of whether your market is hot or not, is what do you know about how are you in relationship with these people to really help them? Because if you don't really know why, nobody wakes up and goes, huh, you know what? I think it's a good day to sell my house right now. No, there's always a reason. Some people don't like to tell you the reason initially, because who are you? You're a salesperson. You're a stranger. Okay. And what did Mama say about strangers, David?
Dangerous.
Don't talk to them. Stranger danger. Okay. So dig in here on what's important about that. What's that do for you? What's important about that? What's that do for you? Dig in on that. What happens if the property doesn't sell? Okay, there's one here that I don't know how I missed it, man. Once upon a time I took it off and it needs to go back on. Is describe the right here. From 1 to 10, how would you rate the condition of the property? What would make it a 10? Like in number 4 and 5, like that's a big Dave, that's a big tell on personality type. Because if they go like, well, it's a 10. All right, what would make it a 10? Well, you'll see it when you get here. Like, it's awesome property. High D, right? What would make it a 10? 5 minutes later, high I, right? Actually, and then they get into all these details on analytics, like square footage, and they got the blueprint, original blueprint, and they have the survey. Okay, high C. So some of this stuff is not just getting the information, but also understanding like personality styles. So listen for personality styles while you're engaged with the pre-qual to understand who you're talking to personality wise, because that could be important on how you deliver your listing presentation, right? Because a high D is going to be a little impatient, and you're going to have to move it along. A high C is going to be very keen to the details and the numbers. A high I is going to want to make sure that you appreciate their house and you love it just as much as they love it, and that you're going to find somebody who loves it. I've lost listings that way. Not loving it. David, you lost listings that way yet? Right?
Yeah.
Us high Ds, right? We didn't love it. And they knew we didn't love it. They knew we didn't express that we loved it. You gone. Okay? Dude, I'm trying to make money, man. From everybody. Everybody. Okay. Pricing. What are your thoughts on pricing and how to price the property? You want to list the price that'll cause it to sell? Correct. Yes. Okay. What price don't you want to go below? I'm looking for that. Hey, would you like me to give you a net sheet to show you a best case scenario, how much money you'd make when you can sell? Yes. 100% of the time. Great. Do that. How much do you owe on the property approximately? They tell me every single time how much they owe on the property. 100% of the time. Final thoughts, interviewing any other agents. I want to know that. How will you know when you have the right agent? Dig on that. Dig, because they'll give you some generic answer. Dig. Have you ever thought about selling it yourself? It's important that everyone is on title is in the conversation. Will everyone be present? I want your wife here. I want your partner here. Okay. If what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident, I can sell your home. We consider listing your home with me. On the Mike Ferry script, that's all the way up at the top. For me, I like it at the bottom. But look, you better make sure that they're clear that you're going over there to earn their business. Now, for presentation, sometimes, I don't know who it was before, Felicity, you're just going over there to talk to them. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And maybe you're pre-qualifying them to like just get some more information, but you know they ain't going to list right there and then. Now, you should always show up prepared. Contract, presentation, ready to go. But if they're expressing there's no way in hell they're going to sign anything right now, and you're just going for a consultation, a drive-by to get in front of them, that's okay, and you can still use the presentation or the pre-qualification script to get closer to them. But if you're going for that presentation, like, you better make sure that they know why you're showing up there. Okay, any questions before we meet? That's a chance to look for any more objections. Hey, yeah, what do you charge? How long is your contract? Like, I want all that right there. And I'm not going to answer, dude, do not answer if somebody says, how much do you charge? Okay. How much do you charge for your services, David?
It's a great question. Pauly, it's the first thing we'll go over when we meet.
Okay. Tajay, how much do you charge for your services?
I was going to use the same exact one.
Okay. Anush, how much do you charge for your services?
Well, I had the same question from my last listing, so I said we'll discuss it when I'm there, and
Yeah.
she ended up agreeing to 7%. So
7%.
yeah.
This freaking guy. 2 months, 2 listings. Are they both at 7%?
No, the first one was at 6. The second one was 7% because I showed her my menu of services, which is 5%, 6%, and 7%.
Mm-hmm.
And she just took a look for a few seconds, and yeah, 7's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, Pauly, another one that I used to use when I was new in the business was, hey, Pauly, I'm happy you asked that. The great thing about New York is commission is 100% negotiable. So we'll do is we'll find a number that's fair for you, fair for me, but more importantly, a number that'll get the property sold.
You probably heard that from me, who I stole from Derek Lipsky online. who me and Derek used to be role play partners for like a year. Derek and I always would role play together. And he said that one to me once. I'm like, dude, I'm stealing that. That's a good
That was
one.
my killer for a few years.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Yeah.
Hey, let's commissions are always negotiable. I know you want to keep as much money in your pocket as possible. That's the approval, right, Taj? That's the approval. And then let's talk about something that's fair for you, fair for me, and most importantly, something that'll cause the property to sell. All true. All true. Okay. Now, every now and then you get a D who wants to push you in a corner and go like, well, just tell me. Well, look, I mean, it really depends on what you want. So, I mean, the commission could be anywhere from 4 to 8%. It really depends. So let's just look at it. Now, for me, it's 4.5 because like if there's no buyer involved here, then I'll do it for 4.5. I used to do 6, but I do 4.5. Okay. And I have a menu too, Anush. And my menu is, look, if it doesn't sell, 0%. Now, of course, but just having it written down and showing them some sort of variable. Now, if a family member wants to buy it and it's an arm's length transaction, and it's during the process where we just got listed, then I'll do it for 1.5%. I'll just look over the contract, okay, and I'll help them put it together for a family member, like an arm's length transaction on somebody that they know. Never happens, never. But guess what? I show them 0. I show them 1.5. I show them 4.5 if there's no buyer attached. And then I show them 6. Now, I haven't been doing this in a while, but like now Anush is like getting 7% listings. So it's like, what the freak are we doing, David? Right? You know why, dude? Because we get caught up. Look, we get caught up, dude, in our heads. Especially now in my market, at least. When the market gets harder, guess what? Pro agents, our value's higher. Did we charge 7? We should be asking. This freaking guy, two months, 2 listings, 1 at 7%. I love it. Ignorance is bliss. I love it. Good job, buddy. I love that, Anush. Okay. Our meeting should only take between 5 and 25 minutes. Is that okay? Great. I'll see you on Tuesday at 4. Appreciate the opportunity to earn your business. Confirm email. Number 9, I said, I'll send you over some information. Can you do me a small favor and please take a look at that? What is that? I call it my resume. Any questions that you'll have about who I am and how I do it. And it's a landing page that I'll put in the box here and you guys can see it. It's a landing page where they can see all my stuff. Where's the chat? Am I still sharing? I am still sharing. Let's stop sharing. Okay. And chat, I'm going to put it in the chat box. You guys can take that. I use High Note. High Note's like $350 a year. It's just a landing page, something like Tree Link, kind of like that. Okay, there it is. That's what I send them. It's got everything. It's got my a quick video. Hey, it's me. I look forward to our appointment. The numbers on the market. I do a little video once a month about how the market is, and then 6 different options to bring them an offer. Risks and rewards of pricing, Google reviews, compensation options, my website, Instagram, Facebook, sample contract. There it is, all there. Okay, that's not important right now. What's important is role play. 20 minutes. Pick a role play. If somebody wants to role play something, raise your hand. We could role play the listing Pre-Qual.
Can we do the for sale by owners?
Yeah, let's do it for sale by owner. Who wants to be the agent? Raise your hand. Got all these for sale by owner
I
people.
want to hear Felicity, but I don't want to put her on the spot. But
Yeah, where'd she go? I lost her. Did she?
oh,
She had
she
to start raising her hand.
Right here. Sorry, I was trying to raise my hand.
Okay. All right. Felicity, you want to be the agent?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Anush, you're going to be the buyer
Okay,
or the seller. Sorry, the seller.
right.
And in the role play, okay. Now, in the playbook has all the rules of engagement for role play. You should follow them. You should get acclimated with what good role play really looks like, because I want to push in role play. I want to resist, but you want to let them win. Like, make them handle objections 2 or 3 times, fine, but give them something to work with. You already lose enough. You don't need to practice losing. You need to practice winning. So let them win. You can be tough, right? But like, you have to give them something to work with. You're role playing to win. Okay. Ready, Felicity?
Yeah, hold on. I have to pull
Pull
up
up
my
your script.
notes. See here. Okay. I'm ready.
Ring them when you're ready.
Hello?
Okay. Ring.
Hello?
Hey, am I speaking with the owner of 32 Main Street?
Yeah, who's this?
My name is Felicity. Who do I have a pleasure of speaking with today?
Anush?
Anush. So you might hear some awkward pausing. It's just because I'm gonna take notes while we're talking. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Well, I do appreciate you taking my call, Nish. I came across your property online. I just wanted to get a feel for it straight from you. So if you don't mind me asking, what type of upgrades have you done lately?
Uh, Kitchens, roof, and the floor. That's about it.
Okay, kitchen, roof, floor. Okay, seems like you did quite a few. Was these full gut renovations, like in the kitchen? Did you remove the counters and everything, or was it like slight cosmetic? You just updated the appliances?
No, it was a full rehab. Oh, why are you interested? Do you have a buyer?
Great question. I love it when people ask good questions. I actually have a pipeline of buyers, and that's why I'm calling. I wanted to see if I can bring you any type of value. So I like to talk to you about what's going on with your property. I don't want to waste your time nor my buyer's time. So I want to see if we're a good fit that we can bring each other some value. Does that sound fair?
What do you mean by value?
I want to make sure I can bring you the numbers, and I also want to make sure your property fits what my buyers are looking for.
Okay, but the only reason I want to sell it myself because I don't want to pay, 20, $30,000 in commission. Uh, right, that doesn't make sense for me right now because I have to pay off my mortgage and everything.
No, that totally makes sense. And that's why I'm different from other agents. So I might be a really good fit for you. I specialize in for sale by owners. So what I do, I specialize in basically connecting you with buyers in my network. You won't lose control over the deal. I respect the fact that you want to list on your own. So I'm not here to step on your toes. Um,
And what about the commission? How much do I have to pay for commission if I agree to work with you?
That's a good question. So we will definitely discuss that further. It will have to make sense for both of us. But first, before we move too far ahead, I would like to discuss some things to see even if we're a good match for each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, awesome. So it seems like you did a lot of upgrades, as you said. You updated full gut renovation of the kitchen and things of that nature. What's prompting you to move?
Uh, because I want to downgrade. The house is too big for me.
Okay, downgrade.
Uh,
Are you an empty
Downsize.
nester?
Yes.
Okay. Also, are you moving locally or out of town?
Yeah, I want to move to out of town, to suburbs.
Okay. Did you discover exact place you want to move, or you're still searching?
No, because I don't know when this house is gonna get sold. I can buy without selling first.
Okay, that makes sense. So, moving and then on top of selling it on your own, that takes some intensive planning. Um, do you already have an agent lined up to look for a property for you, or you're doing that on your own as well?
No, just on my own.
Okay. Awesome. Well, if you need help with that, I'm more than happy to help you with that as well. And we can discuss that at a later time. What part, let's see here. So I hope that works smoothly for you. Now, life throws us curveballs. So if you aren't able to move, how does that outcome look for you?
Well, I guess I'll have to stay where I am, even though, I don't want to.
That's not ideal. Okay. And let's see here. Now, I will mention, as I mentioned before, I am a real estate broker. But again, please hear me out when I say this. Fully understand that I am different and I approach FSBOs different. I'm not here to pressure you into listing. My focus is helping you locate pre-approved buyers and connect my buyers with serious sellers. In return, this helps you for sale by owners tap into buyer networks without losing that control. In addition, a little side note, as I mentioned before, I have connections everywhere. So if you do decide to move outside of North Carolina, definitely reach out to me. I can connect you with an agent as well. Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess I will call you back when if I think I'm gonna go with the realtor.
Okay, well, before you go, I want to circle back to your property. I see it's been on the market for about 32 days. What kind of feedback are you getting so far from people who've seen it?
Uh, I don't know, they just come to see the house and leave, so I don't get a lot of feedbacks.
Have you been following up with them to ask about that feedback?
Um, well, with some of them, yeah. I mean, they say this could be the price, so I don't know what's the reason why it's not selling.
Okay, they said it could be the price. Do you agree with them, or how's your take on that?
Well, yeah, I think the price is I priced it correctly based on the neighborhood and the houses that recently sold close to my house.
Okay, awesome. Well, I do appreciate you providing that information. I want to touch on a couple more things. Marsha, let me see, but I really want to make sure I can bring you back value. Plus, I don't want to waste each other's time. It's just going to take about 1 or 2 more minutes. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So are you focused on getting absolute top dollar? As you mentioned before, it seems like some of the responses you've had was about the price, or is a fast sell also important for you?
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Okay. And now let me ask you this. If the right buyer is able to come along, let's say tomorrow, are you able to move quickly?
Well, it depends. Yeah, probably 30 to 60 days, I guess.
Okay. And I'm assuming that 30 to 60 days because you got to find a property to move
Yes.
into. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that property are you moving into? Are you trying to purchase another house and use these proceeds to purchase that house, or are you looking to rent?
No, I'm gonna purchase.
Okay, great, great. And so before I let you go, and this is your current resident, are you open to cash buyers and or taking payments over time?
No, cash buyers. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to do like seller financing if that's what you mean. No.
Great. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I love the fact that you know that. It makes conversation so much easier when for sale by owners have a little bit more insight with that. Okay, awesome. Well, that's no problem. I make sure I relay that to anybody that I come across, my buyers that I come across, that you are not willing to do that. And again, before I let you go, I want to make sure I'm clear on how I work. I like things smooth, professional for sure, and properly managed. And I like to work with people with that same mindset. And it seems like you might be that guy. With that being said, let me send you some valuable information about how I handle things. And so you can get a better feel of who I am and put a face to a name. What's a good email for you?
It's my first name at gmail.com.
Okay, awesome. Let me go ahead and get that keyed in. And also buyers pop in and out. So be checking your email regularly. Make sure that my contact information or your email address is keyed in so it won't go to your spam folder. Because you definitely won't want to miss out if I send you an offer or anything like that. And my people like to move fast.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So perfect. So you should be getting that email shortly. And again, definitely take the time to navigate that. I will also like to set up maybe a 10 to 14-minute follow-up call in a couple of days just to touch bases on how things are going for you and explore deeper on the different options you have when it comes to me attracting buyers for you while you're maintaining your goal of selling it on your own to keep more money in your pocket. I definitely want to make sure that you're able to, and then we can also touch bases on how you can navigate moving into that next property with the proceeds that you make from this sale. Does that sound fair?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. So let me go ahead and pull up my schedule real quick. Is weekends or weekdays better for you?
Tomorrow works. I'm free tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, awesome. And let's see here. Is evenings, afternoons, or mornings okay?
Mornings.
Morning. So let's go ahead. It's 10:30, 11 in the morning. Is that okay?
Yeah, 11's okay.
Okay, great. Also, I want to make sure, is there any other decision makers that needs to be at that sit down with us?
No, just me.
Okay, awesome. While I get this keyed in here, do you have any questions for me?
No.
Great, great. Well, I do appreciate your time, and I'll let you get back to your day. Keep an eye out on that email, and I'll talk with you tomorrow at 10:30. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
Perfect.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. Couple things. What personality style is Felicity?
Professional.
Disc personality. What is she?
D.
I don't think so.
I'd say like an I.
I'm guessing S. Have you done it before, Felicity?
Yeah, I'm actually a mixture of
Yeah, there's highs and lows,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
DS?
Yeah.
S for sure. You got S in there for sure. Because you're like, is that okay? Is that all right? You kept asking for approval, right? So, which is good. That's very good to help people feel more comfortable. Where's that script from?
So it's actually a mixture of, I try to put what you were telling us to put RAM, and I got to work on my RAM.
Yeah.
Asking good questions. It's a mixture of what you have in your playbook, and I just put a little bit of my own words to try to make it feel natural.
Yeah. Here's the thing. How many listings have you taken for sell by owner?
For sell, how many listings? So what I do is I get them up under non-exclusive. I see if I can find them a buyer, but then I try to transfer them over to a listing. I feel like once I get my foot in the door, they will be more open to it.
Maybe. I don't know if I totally 100% agree with that, because here's the deal. I can get them under contract. If I find a buyer, you're gonna pay me, right? Okay, that's cool. That's not bad. But because here's the thing. Great confidence, good energy, right? Definitely very amiable to like help them feel comfortable. All that was excellent. Your ability to continue to guide them and ask permission to continue. I love all that. Very, very good. So all of that was very good on being able to move the conversation along. Okay. All right. Here's your coaching points, because you've only been doing this for a little while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, it's too long, right? You're going too long. You got to shorten it up. Anush, did you feel that way?
Yeah, it was like she had like few opportunities to close sooner, I think.
Right. So here's why. And by the way, my favorite two scripts in the whole playbook for sell by owner, Pre-Qual. Those scripts are super strong, because here's the deal and I liked Felicity, how you're like, well, here's how I'm different. Like, I provide some value to you, but like you kept, I think you went too long with it, and then it wasn't really crystal clear, and then you brought it back again, and that was good to make them feel comfortable. But I could tell maybe even that's why I think you're high S, because you're like, you wanted that approval of like, hey, everything's okay, don't worry about it. Like, we're not in this is not adversarial situation where we're in conflict. Like, I want to help.
Yeah.
and I know that you believe that, and that's awesome. But like, you were talking too much, and then it wasn't as definitive, and because remember, like, how long do they want to be on the call? Not long.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then so the situation part of the script for sale by owner in the playbook is like, okay, hey, I want to bring you a buyer. I want to put a deal together. And that's all they really care about, by the way, is like, can you bring me a buyer?
Right.
But first things first on the FSBO script in the playbook is like, hey, are you open to compensation to an agent who brings you a buyer? 9.5 times out of 10, they say yes. Okay, so they say yes, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Well, it's important for me to know about off-market properties that are not listed, and so tell me a few things about the property I can't see online here. Blah 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 on the house, and now we're talking. Now we're just going back and forth, because they see that I'm really interested, and then I move towards motivation, which is where I think you could have went deeper for sure.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying you got to use my script, right, Felicity? Because, I mean, you've got some agreements already, so that's awesome. But tie this up and make it more clean and concise on like, okay, are you open to, if I bring you a buyer, tell me a little bit more about the property. And then, okay, where are you moving to again? So what's important about that? So what's that do for you? Because do we know Anush's time for you did, by the way, you said there was something in there. What was it? One of you guys tell me on like you talking about time frame. You did address that a little bit, right?
Yeah, 30 to 60 days probably.
30, 60 days. Okay.
Yeah,
And
I was like, if a right buyer comes tomorrow, are you ready to move quickly? And I got that from the playbook.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then where's he moving to?
He stated he's not really sure where he's going. He's still deciding. He knows he wants to move on the outskirts.
Yeah. So look,
Gotcha.
there's an inch right there. Like, well, you don't want, I don't know where I'm moving to. Guy, come on. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Or he goes, I'm moving to the outskirts. Oh, the outskirts. Okay. Look right here. Those two questions again. Oh, what's important about the outskirts? Oh, blah, 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 blah. So like where? Like the outskirts A or the outskirts B? Outskirts B. Okay, what's that do for you? He gives me a general answer. What's important about that? He gets a little bit more specific. So what's that do for you? He gets a little bit more specific. And now I know, like, wait a minute, this guy is not very serious, or wait a minute, this guy's very serious.
Okay.
Dig in. Don't let that go by without like asking, like, what's important about that? What's that do for you? Because I'm just trying to get to know you to see how I can help you. Now, every now on a blue moon, somebody will go like, why are you asking me all these questions? Well, I want to see, I want to make sure I'm not wasting your time.
Right.
I mean, I want to make sure that I understand what's important to you, because honestly, what's important to you is important to me, so I can help get you what you want. And then I just move. That's a line right there, by the way. Hey, what's important to you is important to me, so I can help get what you want in the time frame that you're looking for it. And then move. And then keep talking. What's important to you is important to me, so I can help get what you want in the time frame you want it. When somebody starts questioning me on like all these questions, I'm trying to understand what's going on so I can help you. Okay, that's the line though. What's important to you is important to me, so I can help you get what you want in the time frame that you want it. Okay. And then I feel like maybe I wasn't listening closely enough, but like, I feel like you were talking about, hey, let me show you how I might be able to help out. But it didn't seem like real super specific on like the reason you were going over there, outside of like sharing how you might be able to help find a buyer.
You're probably right. Meaning like if I'm willing to list with them, or how I'm gonna find a buyer? Are you talking
like
about that?
It's like, what's the purpose of the meeting? Tell me.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Right? Like be real clear with it. Look, if you're just going for a drive-by and go, hey, why don't we do this? I'll stop by and I'll leave you a few things on how I can find a buyer, maybe a few things that will help you find a buyer. And then maybe I can be a resource to earn your business sometime down the road.
So yeah, I was like, I want to meet up with you to explore deeper on the different options you have when it comes to me attracting buyers for you.
Yeah, see, that's so general though. Like a FSBO, if you ambush a FSBO, they can get pissed off and go, okay, look, here's the deal. I can leave you some information on how I can attract buyers in the meantime, even while you're listed for sale by owner. I could also share what I could do to get you top dollar, working with me directly, listing the property. And look, if that doesn't work for you right now, I totally understand. But at least you'll take a look at that option and what that really means. No, I don't want to go over that right now. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever they say is fine. But like you need crystal clarity on like what's going on with this conversation. Because look, the matter of the fact is a lot of these FSBOs, you do have to track 30 days or so. There's no problem with that. But some of these FSBOs are going to list in 1 or 2 weeks, maybe. That happens. Or 30 days or less. Or I'm tracking him going like, hey man, you're not ready right now? No problem. Hey, did you sell the property? No. Blah, 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 situation or motivation. I'm tracking him. Hey, what, can I come over and talk about it? No. Can I come over and talk about it? No. And you're going like, well, hey, let me help you talk about finding buyers. And it's more general and it's more loose. And then in 30 days, I get the contract signed because I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. And he goes, okay. In 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Because FSBOs, remember, you got to be tracking on like, is there an opportunity here? No, I want to provide value, but also like a lot of FSBOs are ready within 4 to 8 weeks, like they're ready to go. So like how and where are you planting the seeds for when we're going to have that conversation? You can do that strategically by providing value to them. I like that. But like you should be looking for opportunities too. Because if I go, hey, Anush, what's your time frame to interview an agent? Well, sometime this month, and like you didn't even ask. Some people go for sell by owners to meet agents. It happens. Okay, we're over.
I did want to ask Anush, you was like there was a couple of parts where it was good for me to close. What parts do you feel like I should have just closed on those parts?
Well, you could have gone more onto like if you want to move within 30 to 60 days, I could come over and show you how we can, get that done.
I can add to that, Anush, as well. Anytime, basically, each time you said, okay, I want to circle back to your property, you're gonna close any of those times. And you
Okay.
said it about 3 times. So any point, any part of the conversation where you feel yourself getting lost and you say, hey, I want to circle back to your property, you had the opening to close there.
Okay.
Yeah. And just be clear exactly what's happening at the appointment.
Okay.
What the appointment is for specifically.
Okay. Because
And
I feel I've gotten, because I've been doing Zoom appointments, it feels like I'm so much better at the appointment, as crazy as it sounds, because they once I lay out exactly what I do, they tend to be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Mhm.
So it seems like I'm more confident, but I do agree my script is kind of needs to be more
It's a little long.
tailored. Yeah. And Tajay and them been telling me I need to make it very, very clear of what I'm doing, and I'm gonna work on that, making it more clear.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, thank you for putting yourself out there, right? Because
Yeah, appreciate that.
the role play is this is why we role play, right? Is to get this feedback and go, okay, what's where can I clean it up? Where can I get better? Where can I improve? That's the whole reason we do it. So thank you for putting yourself out there, Felicity. That was really brave of you, and you did a great job. And keep getting those contracts signed. I appreciate you guys.